exhausted by DJ Khaled yet? Once upon a time, his over-the-top antics and catchphrases felt entertaining.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one.
But each year, the cracks start to show, and people aren't happy. From dodging conversations that actually matter to his general buffoonery, DJ Khaled has turned into the background noise we never asked for. And today, we're breaking down all the reasons why we're sick and tired of his mess. Before we jump deeper into this tomfoolery, don't forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts. In a 2015 Breakfast Club appearance, the topic was Freaky Friday. When pressed about how he gets down, Khaled adamantly said he could never, would never, and has never munched on a woman's fish taco. Even his longtime partner, Nicole Tuck, will never know what it's like for his mouth to make her kitty purr.
Do you guys use toys?
Damn, yo.
It's Freaky Friday,
listen,
Khaled.
Nah, listen, I don't be into all that. I'm straight.
Now,
I'm
Charlamagne
straight.
licks booty. Do you lick booty?
Oh, no.
Finger licking.
You ain't never licked no.
Nah, I can't, my
Come
brother.
on, man. You an OG from the South.
Nah,
Come on,
listen.
man.
There's certain things I just don't do.
And if a woman follows his lead and says she doesn't want to reciprocate by slobbing on his knob, Khaled said he wouldn't go for that at all.
What? Can you say misogynistic? Child, probably couldn't find it no way. Because it's giving a little energy, if you ask me.
He went on a childish rant about how a woman should constantly praise her man because he's the king.
I believe, you gotta understand, I believe a woman should praise the man, you know, the king. You know, if you holding it down for your woman, I feel like the woman should praise, and the man should praise the queen. But you know,
The hell is wrong with him? Ugh, he's just ugh.
The internet let him have it, including some celebrities. Alternative rock band Smash Mouth tweeted, "A king who doesn't is no king at all." And The Rock added his 2 cents by tweeting, "As a man, I take great pride in mastering all performances." So how can a man demand royal treatment in the bedroom while refusing to reciprocate? What does that even say about him? Is it psychological, stemming from some deep insecurity about his masculinity? Is it stinginess, the kind that makes him hoard pleasure like it's a roll of toilet paper during the pandemic? Refusing to engage in something so basic, yet expecting it tenfold, paints a picture that's selfish and deeply revealing. He exposed his own mindset that views intimacy as transactional, where the man is king and the woman is just lucky to be in his palace. By bragging about what he won't do, Khaled ended up telling on himself, showing the world more about his shortcomings than his strengths. As of this video, Khaled's tongue still refuses to clock in.
I bet.
They're gay.
Who?
Both. Katie and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
In 2016, proud Palestinian-American Khaled performed at a Super Bowl event sponsored by Sabra Hummus. On the surface, it may have seemed like just another gig, but this one hit differently. Sabra is partially owned by the Strauss Group, an Israeli company that has been publicly connected to providing financial and logistical support to the Israeli military. For many people, this was a glaring conflict of values. How could Khaled, who so proudly embraces and profits from his Palestinian identity, stand on a stage and promote a brand linked to the same military that's accused of oppressing Palestinians? To critics, it was not only a questionable business move, but it felt like a betrayal of morals. For some fans, Khaled's participation was a reminder that many artists pick and choose when to wave the cultural pride flag. They celebrate their heritage when it benefits their image, but when money's on the table, the political and human consequences get brushed aside. Khaled didn't respond to any of the criticism, and it wouldn't be the last time he faced major backlash. Once the latest iteration of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict ramped up in Gaza in 2023, many non-Palestinian celebrities spoke up, while Khaled was nowhere to be found. And of course, everyone took notice. During a pro-Palestinian march in Paris, a woman carried a sign that read, "DJ Khaled is a b***."
Well, damn.
This became a rallying cry for how his own people and the world viewed him. Khaled chose not to use his voice to advocate for his own people, instead remaining suspiciously quiet. While others who had no connection to the struggle at least shared videos and images on social media, Khaled couldn't be bothered to use his expansive platform to do so. Many wondered if his non-commitment had to do with his label, We the Best, being owned by the Universal Music Group, which is a huge supporter of Israel. Or they thought maybe the whole subject was too controversial and he just didn't want to touch it. Either way, some Palestinians have disowned him and they want nothing to do with him and his music. Even comedian Dave Chappelle made it known he wasn't fooling with Khaled. During one of his shows, Dave said that for a Palestinian, Khaled was too quiet and it was time for him to speak up. Dave then added, "And why are you so fat? People are starving. He's the only fat Palestinian on earth right now."
He messy as hell. Dave's so messy.
How did you gain all the weight?
Just eating a lot.
The New Arab reported that Khaled's own cousin discussed cutting ties with him for his refusal to speak up. His cousin pointed out that Khaled had seen the barrage of negative comments about him, but had dug himself into a hole so deep that he couldn't get out. He also believed Khaled had chosen fame and money over doing the right thing. Despite all the backlash, Khaled wasn't afraid to speak out about his love for Palestinian food.
With his hungry ass.
During an appearance on The Tonight Show, Khaled discussed his favorite Palestinian dish, although he referred to it as an Arabic dish. Oh yeah, he also made sure not to discuss the war. The backlash was in full gear, with people calling him a coward, a waste of space, and inhumane. As of this video, Khaled is still doing the mute challenge as it pertains to the war in Gaza. In 2024, Khaled posted an Instagram video of himself hesitating to get out of the back seat of his luxury car. Why? Because he didn't want to get his precious shoes dirty. In the video, you can then see two men carrying Khaled's big ass into the back of an awaiting vehicle. Child, the people went all the way off on the Grand Dame Diva himself, and the dragging was relentless. Social media lit his husky self up, calling him soft, spoiled, entitled, and so out of touch with reality. And then came the comment that really stuck. Somebody pointed out how ironic it was that Khaled built his fortune off black culture, black sounds, and black audiences, and there he was, literally being carried on the backs of black men in that video. What he thought was a display of power and extravagance turned into a viral symbol of hypocrisy. It raised uncomfortable questions about cultural exploitation, privilege, and the fine line between celebrating a culture and profiting from it without giving back. Instead of looking like the larger-than-life mogul he imagines himself to be, he looked ridiculous, like an overgrown man-child. Despite being a multimillionaire, Khaled posted a video of himself in 2022 holding numerous Mega Million lottery tickets. Khaled said he played and hoped we did too, because his tickets gave him the chance to win billions. He bragged that he was trying to get to billionaire status because they didn't believe in us, but God did.
Don't put God in this mess. God ain't got nothing to do with this, honey.
One online user asked him to stay out of poor people's dreams since he was already rich. They accused him of standing in the way of somebody who really needed the money. In the end, Khaled wasted all of that money on tickets and didn't even hit the jackpot.
Look at God.
In 2022, reggae artist and Khaled collaborator Sizzla claimed Khaled had insulted him. In response, Sizzla hopped on Instagram Live to burn the plaques he had received from working with Khaled. So what the hell happened between these two? Well, Dancehall Mag reported the issue originated with Sizzla receiving the plaques years after their certification. Besides that, Sizzla was upset that his name was in small letters, giving Khaled most of the credit. In a podcast appearance, Sizzla also said he didn't like the fact that his plaques weren't presented to him at a fancy event with the media present. In other words, he felt disrespected. Although Sizzla is the godfather to Khaled's eldest child, it looks like their friendship is officially over. As always, Khaled has remained silent on the issue. At the end of the day, Khaled's career isn't collapsing because of one viral clip, a bad brand deal, or even his refusal to eat the box. His downfall is rooted in the fact that he stands for nothing. In addition to that, people are noticing how untalented he really is. He doesn't rap, He doesn't sing, and he doesn't produce beats in the way true producers do. His role has always been curating, networking, and yelling over tracks that other artists make great. That might have worked in the era when he first broke through, but audiences today want substance, authenticity, and accountability. And well, Khaled offers none of that. What makes it worse is his entire brand comes directly from Black artists and communities. Yet he positions himself as the star while everyone else plays supporting roles. People are asking the uncomfortable questions now. How is a non-Black man so freely tossing around the N-word in songs and public appearances? How does he justify building his empire on the backs of Black talent while failing to reinvest in those same communities? Audiences are no longer impressed by someone who screams, "Another one," as if that counts as artistry. And that's why his time at the top might be coming to an end. His most recent album, God Did, debuted at #1, but unlike his earlier platinum-selling projects, this one only managed to earn a gold certification. Why? Because these days, being a musician is not just about releasing bangers. It's about having a voice, speaking up in the moment, and bringing depth to the culture. Khaled, on the other hand, is still stuck on the same tired shtick. And without the protective shield of constant hits carried by other people's talent, the cracks in his legacy are impossible to ignore. So yes, the internet laughs at his antics, but underneath the memes, there's a real frustration. Fans are done watching him cash checks off a culture he won't fully respect. Khaled may think he's the king, but in reality, he's been dethroned by his own irrelevance. If you enjoyed this video, let us know down below. And thanks for watching RRG.